June 28th, 1986. We are heating things up on our way to the Great American Bash, and there's an opening of the show, and it's a repeat of last week when Hawk came out to confront Ric Flair. Then they roll right into the show opening, and I'm going to play that audio right now for us with Jim Cornette. Let me just put that out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to World Championship Wrestling. I'm David Crockett, Tony Schiavone, and Jim Cornette, Big Bubba.
Well, you know, Tony and David, I thought I'd come out here and be the co-host today because the Great American Bash is just around the co-host. That's right, whole thing. Great American Bash is just around the corner, the biggest party of the summer. You can see I'm already with my papers. I'm going to tell everybody about it because you two are doing a mediocre job, but this calls for a great job. And besides that, I'm going to tell everybody what's going to happen to Baby Doll during that Great American Bash because let me tell you something, darling. You're so fat, when you stand on a street corner, cops come up and tell you to break it up, and I'm going to wear some of that weight off of you, and I'm going to finish you once and for all. And tonight, as a matter of fact, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Dolly's boys, Dusty Rhodes and Magnum TA, they're going to find out what it's like to cross the tag team champions of the world. Loverboy Dennis and beautiful Bobby, the Midnight.
I know I'm not the only one that came unglued when he said, you're so fat when the cops approach you to tell you to break it up.
It's almost like the your mama's so fat jokes, but it's
right.
Baby Doll.
He said on a recent show, somebody asked if like she took offense to it, and he was like, I was pretty stiff.
Yeah. Look, I'm flat out. That's one of the questions I have for her. I want to know, hey, like what were you thinking when this whole deal with Corny started and he's just ripping? Because, man, we're like 7-8 weeks into it now, and that motherfucker's relentless. He's just like a pit bull, dude.
He's also damn near manic here. He is on it, but if you didn't know better and know like his personal life, like, we do because we're good friends with him, you would think he was sky high in Jimmy Valiant's stash right there.
Yeah, you'd think he did some Breaking Bad crystal meth. I agree.
He's just high-pitched and roaring, dude. He is on it, and that's going to continue. That's going to be a theme of the show.
Yeah. Did y'all Harper? Did you catch when he said he was going to be co-hosting? Like he noodled his way in, and Schiavone gave a look like, "Oh, damn, not this era."
Yeah.
It's like, why? So that's what I got. Harper, do you have anything else from that?
No, but I like his suit with the red and black. It's a different look for him. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as pastelish, I guess.
Right.
The colors I'm looking for. Yeah. Doc, anything from you?
I'm good.
All right. I'm going to play the promos from Worldwide at the end of the show like I've been doing. And he was also on some stuff on Worldwide this week, so make sure you listen all the way through the end. All right, well, we go from that to the match. You heard it, Midnight Express versus Sam Houston and George South. Sam Houston gets some nice offense in the beginning. So did George South. Sam Houston took a bit of a Mulkey Brothers splat on the outside at one point. Midnight gets the win when George South is pinned. Doc, anything from it?
Just more evidence of how badass the Midnight Express is.
Yep. Harper, anything from you?
No. It just I was like, I bet Sam Houston's not taking a pin on this one.
Yeah. But the thing is, if you notice, Sam slid down the card a lot lately.
Yes.
Since he lost that title, he's slid down.
He slid down the card since he started doing the Buddy Landale thing.
Oh boy,
that's nice.
That's nice. Okay, so then we roll to a promo.
Where's your little sound bite?
I've been laying off of them, man. You can wear those things out. And our good friend at Fake Stan Lane, I just got to give you a shout out. He hates the sound bites, so I'm playing to him the last few weeks. You see, Stan, I really care about you, man. You see that? I'm trying to take care of you here. All right. So anyway, but they do get played out if you play them too much. Anyway, next up is another promo. Cornette's at it again. I actually don't have the timestamp, but I thought he was being nice here in my notes based on his previous promos. He was working light, so to say. Doc, your thoughts on that?
Well,
nothing?
I don't know that. I don't know that he's working light. My note in this part, because at some point I missed that he was going to co-host, and I was taking notes and didn't hear him. So at my point, I was saying, man, it's like at some point in the last few weeks, Crockett and Dusty realized that corny was money. Let's get this little scrawny motherfucker out there all we can, because he's a fucking hateable heel.
Yeah, I can see that too. Harper, do you have anything from it, even though I didn't play it?
This isn't the baby doll workout video.
No, that's next.
That gets its own segment, pal.
Yes. Yeah. All right, so let's go to that since you got something on that. So I don't have anything to play from it, but I'm gonna say a few things and I'll let y'all comment. So then they go to Cornette and Baby Doll, this workout for the upcoming match. And during this, like, it's a promo where he doesn't say, I don't have a whole lot here, but during the promo, they replay Dusty shattering the wooden chair on his head, and then they lead into the workout where they show Baby Doll working out. My comment was, Jesus Christ, that music is the shits. And God. For the record, it's dubbed in music. The real song they played during this segment is the original. In the original episode was Motley Crue's "Looks That Kill."
Well, so look at you, Casey.
Just so you know. Just so you know. So the music that's dubbed in is some horse shit that I was like, Doc's going to have a fit. So let me look up. I had a feeling that was dubbed in music. So what I did was I looked up the old episode and I found it on YouTube. I was like, okay, that makes more sense.
You didn't have to do that. Corny says it later.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He sure does. He does. Okay, he does. So anyway, I'll let you, Harper, what are your thoughts on this?
That fucking music was so fucking horrible. And I was like, is this the real music? Because it was so bad.
It was the shits, man.
God, that shit was horrible.
It was bad.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad. Doc, your thoughts?
Yeah, it was like wasn't sure if I was watching the beginning of an 80s porno or a horror movie. I didn't know what I was watching, but I did know what I was watching, and it's just weird. And they took something that was, there's a big difference between the music they played and Motley Crue on that second record of theirs. Because Motley Crue turned out to be kind of, lightweights towards the end. I don't care what any of y'all say, but that Shout at the Devil record, that was some pretty, leaning forward shit for its time. That shit was getting after it, and that would have been so much better to hear and help Baby Doll out. I just waited for like 5 dudes to walk into the camera shot and just whip it out and start the scene,
That's nice.
That's not her fault. It's the damn promotions, and then it's the damn WWE for not helping them out 25 years later.
Man, that music just killed the whole segment. It was like, what the hell am I listening to? This is garbage. So anyway, all right. Any other thoughts, Doc?
I did notice that a couple of times, and I'm not trying to be like critical of anybody who works out, but I noticed a couple of times there wasn't much weight on those machines.
Yeah, well, she's a girl.
She's a female.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a gym and watched most females work out?
Yeah, usually, but then I get asked to leave when they notice that.
Well, no, my point is, unless you're in there with some chick that really likes to throw around a lot of weight, man, most women, even the average dude, has like ridiculous strength compared to most women.
Well, here's the thing, though. I'm not talking about women in general. I'm talking about her, and you got to remember. I remember her being in Dallas as like Nicola Roberts, the like punk road warrior type, Mad Max type of female. So I guess I don't, this whole dainty, I'm just everybody, the girl next door in Crockett just is different for me because I remember her as something else.
Gotcha. I got you. All right, we go to the next match, and while I got to play a segment from it, the very beginning of it, and it's Cornette because he's out there co-hosting. Let's hear what Cornette's got to say.
Back in the ring now, Ivan Koloff, Nikita Koloff, Crusher Khrushchev against Bernard Eaton, Rocky King, and Gene Legan. And before I want to talk about the Russians and the Great American Bash, David, I think we all can read lips, and we knew what Baby Doll said that one time during that little segment.
I wasn't really watching Baby Doll's lips, I guess you were, but that's the first time I've ever seen a bull moose sweat before or a cow in aerobics outfit. But regardless of whether Baby Doll wants to work out or not makes no difference. I'm still in better shape than she is. I bench pressed 200 pounds last week, 20 pounds 10 times, and I'm ready for her. And we got a great match in the ring right now, David. That's what you ought to be looking at. And you too, Tony.
There is a great match in the ring, but Mr. Cornette, she is going to destroy you.
Listen to this guy.
Boy,
You're a traitor.
that was point blank. Wasn't
You're a traitor to your own species, David Crockett. What kind of man are you? I bet when you go home at night, your wife tells you what dishes to put in the dishwasher, what clothes to put in the dryer.
But she is going to destroy you.
Well, okay, some of us don't care about women that much. Some of us don't let women rule our lives, David. I personally got no use for women.
That's the first time, Cornette, and I quote, that's the first time I seen a bull moose sweat before or a cow in an aerobics outfit. And he rips on David Crockett about his wife making him do the dishes when he gets home. Harper, your thoughts? Because I heard the chuckle.
That's fucking awesome.
Corny's rolling.
Once again, things you can't say now.
Oh, man. Can you imagine ripping that out on TV nowadays? Good God. Doc, your thoughts?
I had I thought you were doing something else. I did have a note from his commentary during the six-man here with the Koloffs where he talks about the Koloffs and talks about how, what did he say? I've got a note here. He starts talking about respecting people's political ideals.
Oh, I got that.
Okay. And I was like, really? Because I listen to your show every Thursday, and you don't. I mean, I like it, but you don't. So it's just funny. It's just funny to. And he said, when he was in the wrestling business, you're in the bubble. He's like, I didn't start following politics till I lost a bunch of money 10 years ago. He didn't give a shit back then.
Yeah, that's what he says. No, this is you're right. This is the Russians versus Rocky King, Gene Ligon, and Vernon Deaton, and. So where I played that first soundbite. Well, later on in the match, what Doc is referring to is this, and I did find it completely ironic because, we know what Corny talks about a lot of times on the show. He gets into politics. Some people hate it. Some people love it. Some people are indifferent. But here it is. This is what Doc's talking about.
Watch him. He has a twofold purpose. The World Six-Man Tag Team title. And the U.S. title.
He's ready for Magnum TA, too. As a matter of fact, that's going to be a best-of-4 series. It ain't going to be a best-of-7 because I think he's going to take a clean sweep.
You can honestly say you would want a Russian to be the U.S. heavyweight champion?
What difference does it make, Tony Schiavone? My mother always taught me respect people's political ideals. Don't matter whether you agree with them or not. Respect their right to stand up and say what they believe in and do what they believe in. If they're Russians, whatever, makes no difference to me. Matter of fact, it don't affect me at all because, hey, as long as the Cornette Enterprises make money, whichever way the thing goes, I don't care. I'm happy. But I respect that man's right to stand up and say that he's a Russian and he hates America because, after all, this is America and you can do what you want. By gum.
Okay, so that's what you're talking about, Doc.
By gum. I popped. That whole thing's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny because here we are 30 years later.
Talking about Russians.
Well, no, it's just that shit. The irony of it is he's like, everybody's got a right to have their, political differences and let it be known. And we got to respect them. And look, man, I'm not making this show a political point right now, but we know how corny he is when it comes to politics. So I just put that out there. But it's ironic because what he's saying right now.
Because here's the thing. I was kind of watching the match, and sometimes I have to go back and watch listen to the commentary from time to time because it's hard to do both because whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, did he just say what I think he just said? And I had to rewind it, and I was like, son of a bitch. And then I had to type it up for a note for tonight. But yeah, that's funny. Good stuff.
Yeah. Harper, anything else from you?
No, it's just perfect.
Yeah.
And and I liked when a crowd starts chanting USA, USA, instead of just, they're a bunch of idiots. He's like, yeah, we know where we are. We're in Atlanta, Georgia, right in the middle of the USA.
Oh, God bless Corny. Well, Corny's not done.
It's like Corny took an Alpha Brain or two before this episode. Dude, he's on it.
He's
on it makes Alpha Brain. You see what I did there?
Yeah, that's nice. Doc.
That's great. I had to point it out for you.
Well, he's not done because after the Russians win that match, Warlord is out there with Baby Doll. Baby Doll is escorting Warlord to the ring, or she's managing him, and he's taking on Mike Samani. And sure enough, right at the beginning, he's got something else to say to Baby Doll. So let's listen to what that says while he's on commentary.
Baby Doll and the Warlord.
Yeah.
Big Bubba in trouble.
Big Bubba, no trouble, standing right by the camera, right in front of me, make sure nothing goes on. Hey, you know that song that Baby Doll had her little special to, she's got looks to kill, right? Well, if those looks wouldn't kill, they might at least severely maim, because she's got to be the ugliest person I've ever seen in my life. She is so fat elephants write her fan letters, Tony Schiavone. And this big goof she's got up there, sure he's muscle bound, sure he's big, sure he's strong. He's 6 foot something, 320 pounds. He's been pushing a lot of barbells around, but barbells don't hit back, and it remains to be seen whether Baby Doll can guide his career or not with what little pea brain she's got in her head. Her brain is so small, if you took her brain and stuck it in a flea's rear end, it'd rattle around like a BB in a boxcar.
Tony, if you notice, the closer we get to the bash, the more he talks. The thing is, once he gets in that ring,
Okay, I'll just stop.
First of all, Corny's starting to lap the field now. This is starting to, he might want to pull. Corny might want to pull his starters here deep into the third quarter. This is starting to get out of hand.
This is unfair, is what it is.
Maybe run out of bounds at the 10. The BB in a boxcar line is just, that's where it goes. He's running up the score. You notice how green the Warlord is? Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah. He's very, very green. He just looks really stiff. You know what I mean, Harper?
Yeah.
And I don't mean like hitting stiff. I mean his movement. He looks like a robot. Like he's
right. Mm-hmm.
He's
like a fucking robot.
Yeah, he's walking around the ring just really stiff. Not hitting people, but just in general. Yeah, I'm with you, man. He wins, obviously. It was like a 1-minute match, but yeah. Harper, did you have anything else from the commentary?
No, it's just perfect. I love his fat jokes. Fucking elephants sent her fan mail.
Where's the one coming up? It's got to be in a couple of weeks where he says that Baby Doll shops in the junior moose department.
Oh man,
and
she
here's
had
the thing.
to have a thick skin. I'm telling you.
But think about this now. Let's put this back into what you said at the very beginning. We're heating up for the bash. This is the third or fourth thing down the card here. Obviously Flair's defending. And Magnum and Nikita have got their thing, but they've really heated this feud up nicely too. And so, man, this really is a damn shame that you start going back to some of those attendance numbers that we saw. That was a card worth paying your money to go see, and nobody did.
And let me spoil something for y'all a bit. Next week's Saturday night is not in the studio; it's actually at the Dorton Arena, and that arena has thousands of more people than many of the bash dates did. Literally. Now they're in North Carolina.
They're doing it wrong.
So, but my point is, next week's Saturday night is a hot episode. I mean, this was good, but it's a hot one. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Is this the one where we need to tell the people that we don't have an episode next weekend?
I'm glad you said that. Yes, because on the network, the next episode should be July 5th of 86, and it's not there. So I did some research. I talked to BTT Hall of Famer Tim Morecci, and he did some research for me as well. Evidently, there was no Saturday night. There was no episode that week. And from what I gathered, the Braves and the Goodwill games took its place. And
we'll talk about the Goodwill games next week, right?
Yeah. Yes. So when I say next episode, I'm talking about the July 12th, 1986 Saturday night is the next one that airs. So just putting that out there on record for y'all. Now, if somebody knows something different, but my research says otherwise. Okay. After this match and Cornette ripping on Baby Doll again, we get a promo. It's a promo in the Great American Bash, and I'm going to play it. I got to say, Jim Crockett comes out looking rather stylish with his hat on.
God.
Let me tell you something right now, pal. My exact note on this is that hat Crockett is wearing gets the Horner Award this week.
He looked like Panama Jack. You remember Panama Jack?
Yes.
He looks like an accountant.
Let me
Everything below that hat looks like an accountant.
I think it was this week's NWA Worldwide where Cornette is in a full Panama Jack outfit. And you're right, he looks just like Panama Jack, Harper. So, okay, let's jump into it. Let's jump into this promo with I think I've got it the timestamp where we hear from Crockett, and then we hear from Magnum and Dusty, and here it is.
And Magnum TA. David Crockett earlier recorded an interview with America's team. Let's go to that interview right now.
The Great American Bash. It's here. It's upon us. 14 cities. And the thing is, only here in America could we do something like this. It's a place where you're free to talk, speak, whether he likes it or I like it. You can do what you want right here. America's very special to me. I know how I feel. Magnum, how do you feel about it?
Well, you know, it's the only country in the world that affords you the luxury to choose your own profession, take the God-given talents that you've got, and go out there and be the best you can be. Take that chance. Go out on the greatest adventure in the world. And being a part of the Great American Bash, being able to wrestle in them, being able to watch all the other great competition, it couldn't happen in any other place but America.
And this is America's team right here. Dusty Rhodes and Magnum TA. Dusty?
I think America to me because through the years, Dusty Rhodes, the American dream is my children and seeing them run and play and going to school and being free. And that word free sometimes we take for granted. And Jim Crockett Promotions set out to have the Great American Bash. It is a statement of freedom. And the greatest sport that we feel in the world is professional wrestling, the greatest promotion. And the Great American Bash is coming to your country. That is free. It's coming all over the country, 14 cities. And if I had to sum it up in one word or two or three words, that we've been talking about it. I won't stop talking about it. And I want to express my freedom. I want to do it, Jack. I want to get on with it, David.
All right, Dusty, like you said, we've all talked about it, but there's a man that expresses our feelings best. He's a friend of ours and a friend of the Superstation.
Living in the promised land, our dreams are made of steel. The prayer of every man is to know how freedom feels. There is a winding road across
Y'all want to hear this?
sands.
No.
Room for everyone.
What the fuck's he talking about?
Well, first off, I think Magnum and Dusty hit some of Willie's green before they cut their promo. Doc, your thoughts?
This was just awful from start to finish.
Dude, this was like it kind of like reminded me when you're a kid sitting around and like your grandpa's drunk or something.
Yeah.
And they start talking about America's greatest country, and
There was first of all, Magnus said something about you could choose your profession. I was like, I bet I could go to Canada and still choose what job I want, And if the bash is about freedom, how come they're charging admission?
Thank you. That's what I told them.
I just was like,
and here's the thing. I'm a fan of Willie Nelson. In fact, Willie Nelson and I share the same birthday date. I have albums worth of Willie Nelson songs on my iPod. What the fuck is he doing and talking about? I mean,
no clue.
Man, you want to talk about dipping into Boogie Woogie's stash? Jesus Christ!
Well, no, Boogie. I mean, look, I don't know how much people listening to this know about drugs, but not all drugs are the same. You do some crystal meth or some cocaine or crack, that's a slightly different high than smoking a joint. And I'm straight edge, so to say. I ain't never done any of them, but I can tell you this much. There's a difference.
Punk?
No, my point is there's a difference between those things for people who are not aware of it. Weed doesn't do anything but mellow you the fuck out. And
how do you know?
What I saw right there was three dudes extremely mellow.
I know.
Whereas Boogie is, oh mercy, daddy! Like, I mean, he's just high. He's real high. He's racing high.
I know a couple of people that have smoked with Willie, and they say it is an experience because Willie doesn't have stink weed, dirt weed,
okay.
And he's got a lot of sticky, icky, if you will.
That's nice, Doc.
The other thing is, why did it seem like David Crockett was about to cry at the beginning of that?
I'm telling you,
that was the part of this that, like Harper said, he's drunk, but he's reminiscing about some nostalgic shit. So now he's getting a little bit, teary-eyed about it.
I guess they were all high.
Fucking grow a dick, old man. Let's go.
Oh, that's the what?
Damn. Okay.
I mean, Dusty's the only one that was kind of halfway decent because he's like, I'm tired of talking about this shit. I'm high. Let's go fight.
Yeah, he was semi-happy at least. Let's move on. So after the mellow weed smoking session there, we got a match between Ole and Arn versus Tony Zane and Don Cornette. We talked about this recently on the Smoky Mountain show.
I believe that was Rocky Cornette, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. We talked about this recently on the Smoky Mountain show. Did you hear when Cornette mentioned Arn's line about a three-legged table not being good for anyone?
Yes.
He actually
he repeated it.
Yeah, he threw it out there, and it's this is 86 and 93. 4 years later, he's saying that same line in Smoky Mountain Wrestling, or Arn is. So I thought that was kind of cool just to hear that and knowing where we're at with Smoky Mountain. The Andersons get the win when Zane gives up via submission. Hopper, do you have anything from this match?
No, it was a classic Arn Anderson match, an only match they worked on his arm and worked on a body part, and it made him tap out.
They did something you don't do anymore. That's right.
Yeah.
Or you don't see a lot anymore. And we're talking just an arm bar. I mean,
that's right. That was my note. Is he won with a damn arm bar?
Yeah.
The only time you see that anytime recent was we also saw Fuller do that in Smoky Mountain.
Recent. That's 1993. You mean
when you deal in classic wrestling, that's recent, pal.
I guess you're right. Well, so let's go after that. They go straight from that to a promo with Arn, Tully, JJ, and Ole. So let's hear what they got to say. Here it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm privileged. Today I'm surrounded by 3 of the 4 horsemen and their spiritual guidance, the administrative director of Tully Blanchard Enterprises, my colleague James J. Dillon, national heavyweight champion Tully Blanchard, world television champion Arn Anderson, Ole Anderson. Gentlemen, all I can say is welcome.
Mr. Cornette, you're very quick-witted today. There's nobody that's got a sharper tongue than you do, but today, for me personally, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Magnum TA, and David Crockett in an earlier interview set the mood for me, which is a very, very dead serious mood. We're just a few days away from the Great American Bash. And a lot of money is involved, a lot of prestige, a lot of things on the line. And they talked about living in the promised land, waving the American flag. That's all fine and well. But you see, living in America doesn't guarantee you success. It only guarantees you the opportunity. And then from that point, you have to take your ability and get out and get it done. Now, American Dream Dusty Rhodes, you crippled Ole Anderson and put him out for almost 6 months. You have not yet been fully paid for what you did. But you are vulnerable. And you will go down, and it could happen before the American Bash is over with. Now, the Road Warriors, awesome. They said you couldn't beat them. They said you couldn't hurt them. And right here in this very studio, the people that you see surrounding me right now, minus the world heavyweight champion Ric Flair, who's here in spirit and constantly on our minds, was out here, and all of the Road Warriors, not one of them, not 2 of them, but all 3 of them were laid out right here in this studio, and we stepped over them on the way out. And then we turned around to prove a point and picked up the slap. That's what I'm getting to, the slap. The slap heard around the world, honk. And Tuesday, Philadelphia, Veterans Stadium, the slap was nothing because Ric Flair is going to finish and prove that it wasn't a fluke.
You know, Jim Cornette, the Horsemen is like a family. Rock said it many times, and when he came back, the family was back complete. And you know, Rock, since you've been gone, Dusty Rhodes, he sends a lot of people, Garvins, Magnums, Road Warriors, all around to protect himself, so nothing happens to him. But you know, we have proved that the Horsemen are mightier than all of the rest. The Road Warriors, Garvin, all of them have all been left laying and carried out of any building by the Horsemen. Ole, Arn, Flair, and Tully. That's it. That's it. That says it all. Dusty Rhodes, you are vulnerable. Cage matches, you get the Road Warriors, you get Baby Doll, you get anybody you want. the Four Horsemen will take you down. And Dusty Rhodes, 86 is your last year. Right, Rock?
Holy?
Everybody's already said it, but Rhodes, one last message for you. I made the prediction 86 is going to be the end. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. Four Horsemen are here together, and the one thing that we're going to do, whether it's got to be me and Tully and Arn or Rick or JJ, I don't care if it's 1 or 2, 3, 4, all 5 of us. I made the prediction it's going to stick. Rhodes, you're done at 86.
Arn?
I'm going to be dead serious, and I'm directing this right to you, Rhodes, Garvin, Wahoo, Rock and Roll Express, Magnum, whoever you may be. You look at these trophies, this one, you look at Flair's. All these are our trophies. This is not what the Four Horsemen are all about. To be a horseman, you can have one of these too, but it's inbred, it's guts, it's a determination to be the very best you can be, and not caring one bit about public opinion. You think about that. You take public opinion, put it above your own aspirations, you're going to be a failure. We do what we want to do because we want to do it. Get in here, Rob. The Great American Bash, we're coming.
Doc, you go first.
Man, if I was Dusty Rhodes, I'd have my ass being scared, dude. They seem like they're ready to do this thing. J.J. Dillon just cut one hell of a promo, dude.
Yeah, he put Dusty on notice once again, and I mean it's real.
He put him on notice. He put Hawk, told him explain what happened. Reminded us all what happened to Hawk. I'm a little confused that we call Ole Rock. I don't think anybody told Ole that was his nickname because he kind of wandered off there. But this is serious business. We got trophies. We got aspirations to hurt people. We're going to do what we say we're going to do, and we're the best there is. There are any questions? Come on now. That shit's awesome.
Yeah. Hopper, you?
Yeah, I think JJ and fucking Arn Anderson fucking shined in that fucking promo. They were fucking great. And I love how Arn says, Holy says that there's nothing else to say.
They've already said it, but I'll come in and give you
right.
one last note. And he's calm. It's like just telling you like today's Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
Right. It's very matter of fact is what I'd like to say about Ole.
I'm not getting upset about it. There ain't no reason to yell. That shit's just going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and here's what you need to know, too. So, if you know how, like, nowadays in wrestling, they talk about the go-home show before pay-per-view and whatnot. So, this is essentially your go-home before the Great American Bash tour begins. So, this is what you heard is them kind of giving their like last promo before that happens. And I mean, JJ puts Dusty on notice and he brags about what they did to the Road Warriors, which is insane. I mean, I don't really know how you could get much better from what these four guys deliver right here, or five if you four, I'm sorry, because Flair's not out there, but I mean, damn, it's just damn good, man. And it's another one of them times where you sit there and you probably watch this and you don't realize it. You go, man, wrestling just ain't like this no more.
Hell no.
Okay. After that promo is another promo. It's Paul Ellering followed by the Warriors. Now, I don't have Ellering's soundbite, but I thought Ellering actually did a good job here. He sounds mad and they want revenge. He describes how the Horsemen have dug their hole and the Warriors will get them back. Doc, did you have anything from Ellering's part before I play the actual Road Warriors talking here?
Yeah, you see that hat, that ball cap he's wearing?
Yeah.
How come in the mid '80s every ball cap you put on your head was that tall? That shit looks stupid.
That's true, huh?
It's just how they were back then.
Man, you talk about make America great. That wasn't great, pal. That was stupid.
You talking about baseball hats? Jesus.
That shit was dumb, man. Those hats I remember too, man, when I was like 12 years old, you get a hat and it's like sways in the breeze. It's so far off your head.
Yeah, it's catching a draft. And it's off like it was lane.
Bullshit. And Ellering was wearing one of those. I'm like, God damn, this reminds me of my fucking youth, the part I hated.
Hopper, do you have anything from Ellering?
No. I was like, where the fuck the Road Warriors at?
Well, let me play that now because then they do replay the segment from last week with the Road Warriors when they got laid out and whatnot. But let's play now the Road Warriors responding, getting a chance to cut a promo here at Talking Animal.
Okay, that happened last week, and now they're back standing, the Legion of Doom.
You know something, Tony Schiavone? The stupidest thing that J.J. Dillon and the Four Horsemen can do is come out here with their belts and brag about what they did to the Legion of Doom. I ain't been knocked out since I was 10 years old, and I'm telling you something, it ain't ever gonna happen again. Now, Tony Schiavone, see, we're just a little bit different than everybody else. We don't care about titles. We got one thing in our mind, Flair, Andersons. We got one thing in our mind, and that's to have you on your knees, begging for mercy. Then you know what we're going to do? We're going to slap you, and then you're going to know what it feels like to feel the wrath of the Legion of Doom. Ric Flair, you've not only insulted the Road Warriors' pride, you've insulted everybody who watches the NWA across this whole nation. Because, Ric Flair, when you're out here bragging how you slapped me in the face, you forget to tell everybody that there was 3 guys holding me, that it took 4 of you to get it done. And when it takes 4 dudes to jump 1 guy, that means you're scared. You're real scared. You can't get the job done by yourself. Well, in Philadelphia, you're gonna be by yourself, Flair. No horsemen, no donkeys, no nothing. Just you and me, Flair. And then we're gonna find out what a bad cat's all about. And then you think that slap was heard around the world? I'm gonna slap you right out of Veterans Stadium. You can take that to the big punk.
The Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors, fans don't go.
I've said it before. Man, Hawk is intense, and he is some damn believable. Hopper, what did you have from the promo?
It sounds like it sucks to be Ric Flair, doesn't it?
Just a little bit.
Until you remember he's on top of some girl named Wanda right now, fucking tearing it down.
They're not here to get fucking belts. They're here to kick your fucking ass.
That was a hell of a believable promo.
I want to know what happened to Animal at 10 years old that we got knocked out.
Right. I was thinking the same thing. Like, what? God, man. What the fuck are you doing, man?
That's some hard shit.
I love Hawk's explanation of how it took 4 dudes to take care of him, but you know, because just one couldn't pull it off. I mean, he's right. It took a gang to beat him down, but they're coming for him.
What's your point?
They're coming for him. This is the war. Look, man, here's the thing. You know how we looked at Warlord a second ago and we said he's real stiff, like the way he walks robotically? Remember, Harper, when you said that?
Yeah.
Okay, so think about the Road Warriors. 1, they weren't robotic like that, but they were muscular and big. 2, I guarantee you Warlord couldn't cut a promo like these two just cut.
Not a chance in hell.
Fuck no.
That's what made the Warrior, like, everybody's like, oh, like, you know, because I hear a lot of times people go, oh, the Warriors, just big old muscle heads, and, man, yeah, they weren't, like, technicians.
Who says that?
I've heard people say that about the Warriors before, like, they weren't, like, one of the great teams, but, they did what they did best. They were freaking, they cut great promos, and they were good in the ring. I mean, I've heard people say they were attractions. I've heard people say they were gimmicks, but man, I mean, they did what they had to do. They were believable. That's for damn sure if you think about it. So, okay, Hopper, anything else from that?
No.
All right, Doc, you?
No.
All right. After that match is the Rock and Roll Express versus Thunderfoot and Golden Terror. Rock and Roll Express hit the double drop kick on Golden Terror and get the win. And then we go into corny.
Hold on.
Right.
I had a question here. I got confused during this match because Thunderfoot was wearing all yellow, but he was tagging with the Golden Terror, and I was trying to figure out which one of these sons of bitches was which.
I can see why that would confuse you.
I was like, what the? Wait a minute. Hold on. And then the other, I was like, well, that has a lightning bolt, and lightning comes before thunder, so maybe that's Thunderfoot. Okay, that's Thunder. I watched this shit on my phone, dude. So it's not like, well, can't you just see it on TV? I don't watch it that way, pal.
Goddamn, pal.
Goddamn, pal.
Goddamn, pal. Won't you look at it on a tablet? Fuck's a tablet.
Who's got a tablet? The only person in my house that has a tablet is my 5-year-old son.
That's a damn shame.
He's booking the territory around here. I'm jerking the goddamn curtain, eating pin.
One of these, you cut out, Doc. One of these days, you're gonna have to tell a story about how your wife gets mad because they can't sell out the middle school auditorium, but we can bring hundreds of thousands of listeners in per month on Booking the Territory
from all over the world too, all corners of the globe. We've managed to locate and source every mark on 4 corners of the globe.
Insulting people. Okay.
Zimbabwe and Australia and India and New Orleans and even that fucking sewer Philadelphia.
Oh, come on. Philip Allen, don't listen to him. Okay.
He's their leader too, man. He's the leader.
Wow. He's an Eagles fan. I like him. He's cool.
Man, I hope Carson Wentz gets AIDS.
Oh, what? Damn.
So, and not the Magic Johnson kind, the real kind.
Wow.
Shit. Okay, let's move on. Last week, you remember Flair popped off on Dusty because Dusty wasn't in the studio when he delivered that "I'm on Lightning Bolt" promo. Well, guess what?
Stratosphere, baby.
Stratosphere, baby. Guess what? Well, let's listen to what Cornette has to say leading into the Ric Flair promo here.
The World Heavyweight Champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair, is currently starting the greatest challenge of his entire career during the Great American Bash. Can he defend the World Heavyweight title 14 times against the 14 top challengers, something no other NWA champion has ever done? I think he can, and so does he. And after you listen to this interview, I think you'll agree with me that Ric Flair is going to be the World Heavyweight Champion.
The Great American Bash are going to kick off around this world. And when that bell rings in Philadelphia, the first man to go down is going to be, none other than the Road Warrior Hawk. And then we're going to Dusty Rhodes, and we're going to Road Warrior Animal. We're going to Wahoo McDaniels, Ronnie Garvin, Morton Gibson. Then we're going to jump on big man Nikita Cola. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, around the world they're saying today that Ric Flair has got to wrestle the best 14 men there are in the greatest sport in the world. He's got to defend this 14 times in 30 days against all odds. Well, let me tell you how it is. When you're the top gun, when you're the world champion, when you're Slick Rick, when you're the man, it really makes no difference, because above all else, you see, the one thing that I am that nobody else is I'm the champ. And when I come through those airports, the sky caps are hollering, here come the champ. You know who they're talking about? They're talking about Ric Flair, because there's only one world champion. There's only one man who's custom made from head to toe. There's only one man who's a kiss stealing, wheeling, dealing, limousine riding, jet flying son of a gun. And that's the world champion. So 14 of you, you got your best shot ahead of you. You all have got the opportunity to be where I already have been and gonna stay. 14 dates, the world champion, and in 14 dates, you're gonna know why I'm the champ. Woo!
Well, Doc, that's your hero, so I'll let you go ahead. Tell me what you thought.
Man, 12-year-old me was like, he's going to defend it against all those guys. That would be so awesome to see all of them. Man, I'm not getting to go to anything wrestling related. Like, wouldn't it be so cool to see him defend against Morton and then Gibson and then Wahoo? This is the greatest thing ever. Man, he just laid the strap in the middle of the ring and said, y'all motherfuckers, you better have your best day ever, and it still might not be good enough.
For real.
And it popped you going through the airport and the sky caps are, you're Here comes the champ.
I thought that was freaking funny. That was hilarious when he said that part. The sky caps are gonna. Here comes the champ. Oh man, Harper, what did you have from it?
I love when he said, "What did he say? I'm something that you're not, the champion."
Yeah,
yeah,
pretty much.
That's so fucking awesome.
It is.
Yep.
And let me tell you, Doc did the math on it last week, I think it was, when he talked about the 14, different people. Obviously, I mean, I'd have to look at the records, but to get actually 14 different people would be challenging. 14 title defenses is not. I mean, just 14 different competitors.
That's a light month for an NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Well, but the point being that it would be 14 different people at the bash was the part that's kind of like, yeah, well, I mean, how do you get actually 14 different competitors? But even then, when you hear it, it's like, hey, 14 people over the course of the bash, man. Dang, I mean, they're selling it, man. They're selling it. Like you said, Doc, you're 12 years old at that time. You're like, oh God, I wish.
How's he going to make it through all this? How's he going to make it through all this?
Right.
There's no way he can hold on to the belt through this.
Right. I'm with you there. So
he's gonna have to lose it at one of these, right? Maybe I should go to this one, and this is the one where he loses it. Interesting concept.
And you got to remember too. So Rick they did the Dusty finish at the Starrcade the year prior in '85. I mean, Rick's had the belt for a while at this point. So as a fan, you're like, man, come on, somebody's gonna take this damn thing off of him. Somebody, please.
Nope.
Anyway, so there you have it. All right, Harper, anything else?
Let me tell you something. It's hard to tell somebody, and most of the people that listen to this, they know this shit. I don't care how many times it happened or how many times you saw it. They did such a great job back in the 80s and before that I don't care. When the title was on the line, that elevated things. Just your heart beat a little faster. You sat up a little straighter in your chair to watch it because they properly positioned that shit to mean something.
Yeah, they didn't piss on the belts, and how many times have you seen Rick take a non-title loss, right? In the last 6 months.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that happened on SmackDown last night, and I didn't watch it. Anyway, okay. Well, we'll go to the next match after Rick there. Rick, another thing about Rick, too, I don't know about y'all. I'm looking forward to that 30 for 30.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. I just hope they don't make fucking wrestling look fucking shitty.
I agree. Hopefully it's,
like it's all, everyone's drunk and a fucking drug addict and can't keep their pants on.
Wait isn't that what wrestling is?
Shut up. Right, Mike?
Oh, man, shut up. Let's go to the next match. It's Shaska Watley, Baron Von Raschke versus Dave Spencer, Lee Peak. Shaska and Baron win. I'll keep it moving. We got the Russians coming up in a promo. Ivan Nikita and Crusher is out there. I remember earlier in the show they did a 6-man where Crusher was wrestling, so Crusher is back wrestling on the show. Let's hear from the Russians here.
6-man champions, and I know will be again. Ivan and Nikita Koloff and Crusher Khrushchev. Crusher, you got a lot to talk about the Bash.
I'm very excited for the Great American Bash because of one reason. That's Dusty Rhodes and the Road Warriors. I finally meet them, and it's not going to be pretty. We will be the next World 6-man champions. Isn't that right,
Ivan?
I hear this Dusty Rhodes American troublemaker, this Magnum TA along with this Willie Nelson come out here and talk about United States being number one country in the world to live because of all the freedom. Well, Dusty Rhodes, Road Warriors, you're not going to have any freedom inside the cage for World 6-man Tag Team Trophy. You have no place to go. We got you trapped like a pack of rats, and we are going to take advantage of it. We are not having any mercy on you. We are not taking any prisoners, but we are taking our World 6-man Tag Team Trophy. And Magnum TA, I'm sure now the bashes are coming upon us very quickly, that you are realizing that your mission is impossible. taking United States heavyweight title. All the American people are counting on you. So you are becoming very nervous. You are realizing that you are an impossible task because nephew Nikita is superior to you and you are nothing but an inferior American. Yes, the road to Moscow during the Great American Bash will be paved in gold, nephew Nikita.
Nikita has the U.S. title on the line, but he's got another important opportunity.
All right, I don't know if we need to listen to Nikita there.
He's going to fight Ric Flair, dude.
Yeah.
So you want to hear
Magnum Ric Flair.
Hold on.
Important opportunity as well.
That's a Ric Flair. And Ric Flair, this is just for you. These are 4th of July, Ric Flair, in these are Memphis. They tell Nikita, he's a birth of country. Well, I don't care about you stinking country, but I care about you, Ric Flair, and I care about these match. You know, Ric Flair is going to be in these Liberty Stadium, they tell Nikita, holding many people. Well, it's good. Many people going to want to see Nikita not only hurt you, Ric Flair, but defeat you. You know, it's been a long time since you and Nikita meet in the ring. Too long, Ric Flair. And it's been too long you've been world champion. Ric Flair, it's time for a new world champion. It's time on the Chateaurie Eorier. They're going to call it Great Russian Bash because it's going to be new world champion. Nikita Koloff, Russian Nightmare. No more USA. Going to be Nikita Koloff, world champion. Ric Flair.
Let's go to the ring.
Oh, that was painful to listen to. Harper, what did you think about it? Any of that?
Bruh, he calling out fucking Ric Flair.
Yeah, but still, Nikita just drives me up a wall on his promos. It's I can't, no other way to say it. Yeah, he called out Ric Flair, but Ivan was a star there as usual.
God, that was awesome.
He took a shot at Willie Nelson, man. Bruh, This is the motherfucking South.
How great is that?
This is the South. How many people loved him some Willie Nelson?
Everybody, even black people.
Can you imagine the crowd, like, when they heard that? Like, you son of a bitch in wrestling, you called out freaking Willie Nelson, man. What the hell's wrong with you? That was crazy. Doc, what did you think?
Well, here's the other thing I thought is that Nikita, playing Nikita right there, gets Crusher off the hook because Crusher's promo was god-awful.
Yes. Yeah.
It was terrible.
I don't blame him as much, though, for the Russian promos because he was the sympathizer who was American.
He's like, that's fine, but he goes, I'm excited about this. I'm excited to finally get this to you. What?
Right. Yeah, you got a point.
It was just, and he seemed even worse when right behind it comes Ivan just kicking everybody in the shins.
Yeah, you got a point. Okay. Anything else?
Ivan looked to his left and to his right and said, hold my beer, I got this.
Yeah. Yeah, Ivan taking shots at Willie Nelson was real good. Doc, anything else?
Nah, that's good stuff.
All right. After that match is Tully versus Italian Stallion. Tully hits the slingshot suplex and Tully wins. And I have to play this. We've got a promo with Paul Jones. And the reason I'm playing this is because of what Shaska says. It just was too good. I have to play it. So here it is. Let's hear from Paul Jones and his army with Shaska Watley being the shining star.
Barbarian and Baron Von Raschke.
You know, you smell like a fresher breath air, and that's lovely. Let me tell you something right now. The bash is upon us. And one place I can think of right now, Memphis, Tennessee. The pole match with the Baron and Jimmy Valiant. You know, Valiant, when you leave Memphis, you might be a bald-headed geek. And the Raging Bull, the man that says that he's going to be Valiant Savior of the Bunkhouse match, where Pistol Watley is going to destroy him.
That's right, boss. Because I'm going to tell you what, Manny Fernando, don't nobody know what you is, but I'm going to tell you what you going to be. You going to get out of our hair. That's right, because if you want to wind up like Valiant is going to be, keep messing with the Army. Stick that brown nose in here so I can put some of this black on it. And I'm going to tell you another thing. If you think the Barbarian is hiding, you sadly mistaken. All them big muscles is waiting on you. And you, king of the hillbillies, I can't wait to whoop me a hillbilly. Every day. Does it?
Okay. I had to play it. Shaska said, "You stick this brown nose in here so I can put some black on it." Oh, go ahead, Doc. You respond first. The floor is yours.
Well,
well,
I like the line about whooping hillbillies better than that. So I didn't go to the brown and black. I went to whooping the hillbillies. I think that's why you set the Smoky Mountains on fire to flush them out, and then you whoop them.
Okay. Harper, what did you think?
I'm going to say, no one knows what you is.
Shaska is so damn good.
Man, and that's a one right there though. That's a key lesson when we bag on certain guys. Most guys have talent. It's creative for them. That sucks. Because think how just Uncle Tommy, just bland he was as a baby face, and when he turned heel, he pressed down on the gas pedal and went like a motherfucker.
Yeah, it was on and popping. I agree. Anything else from that promo, Harper?
No.
Yeah, me either.
I bet somebody's going to end up a bald-headed geek, though.
I can't wait. Fuck, when's this going to happen?
Next episode of Saturday Night.
Don't you know who it is, Harper?
He doesn't remember.
No.
I mean, it's been too long. Like I didn't remember until I've rewatched
I remember.
it.
I know.
I mean, people, I get tweets all the time like, how did you not remember him? It's like, fuck, it's been 32 years, 31 years, man. It's been a long time. Hell, I don't know what I had for lunch yesterday. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but here's a question. Who won the Super Bowl in 1986?
86 Super Bowl.
49ers.
No, it would have been the Giants.
Giants. Okay. Who won the Super Bowl in 2003?
I don't fucking know.
There you go. You should remember shit that happened in the 80s wrestling because it was the only thing you had to remember when you were 10 years old.
You make a point. You got a point there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so after that promo is Wahoo. Listen to this match. Wahoo and Ronnie Garvin versus Paul Garner and Kent Glover.
Those two guys messed up.
When I first saw Garner and Glover's names, I thought to myself, could you draw a stiffer tag team? Thankfully for Glover and Garner, there wasn't any TV time left, and they were spared a beating for the most part.
Yeah, the only thing that might have been worse is some early 90s Steiner action.
God, bro.
Garvin knocks out Glover and gives Glover some chin nuts for his trouble when it ends, and that was that. Harper, did you have anything from the match?
No, and I was wondering why are these two guys tagging? Is this just to fill up TV time or something?
Fill up TV time and to beat those poor bastards' ass for 2
Man, that
minutes.
was exactly my note. My note was, given more time, these two guys could whoop a man.
They would have killed this son of a bitches, man. Jesus Christ. After that is Manny and Boogie. We'll put it up to a vote. Doc, would you like to hear this promo?
Absolutely not.
Harper?
No.
Okay.
Fuck
yeah.
No.
I thought Manny was actually okay, and then Boogie came out, and God,
That's exactly the problem.
Right. He comes in screaming like an asshole.
Manny was handling things until the drunk friend was like, where did he go? Where did he go? Oh, he's over there. I'll go see him.
He just lost it.
Yeah.
It's like, good.
Exactly. We're going to be in Menfo.
We're going to be in Menfo, baby. God, dude. Okay. All right. Well, it's time to give out a rating to the episode and then do some Rolexes. I'll go first with the rating. I'm gonna give it an A. Cornette had me going throughout. We got some good stuff from Rick. We got good stuff from the Horsemen. We got good stuff from the Warriors. I'm giving it an A. Doc, what are you giving it?
I'm conflicted.
I'm conflicted too.
I liked it. It was enjoyable. It was
only an hour and 3 minutes.
Never gloss over that. And that helps.
Yes, it does.
But in my opinion, to get the A, you either have to have something legendary happen with the microphone, or there needs to be better matches. And it didn't quite get there for me, so I'm going to say A-. And I feel like I'm being a little generous.
Yeah.
Okay.
I give it
what about
a B.
you?
A B.
A B?
Yeah. I mean, you had the Horsemen. That was great. You had Cornette, but it's just... I know we don't watch this for the matches, but the matches just... I could have gone without seeing those matches for the rest of my life.
They were all dog shit, except for the Ole and Arn.
Yeah.
Well, let me help you all out. This is the June 28th episode. We don't have another one until July 12th of 1986. The Bash has started by then. The July 12th episode that we're going to watch is a full episode. It wasn't preempted by anything, and there are some really good matches on that one and some really good promos. So I feel you on the matches because you're right. They weren't good matches. So, okay, fair enough.
Hey, I'm watching the Mavericks play the Memphis Grizzlies, and guess who just scored a basket?
I don't care.
It's your favorite NBA player of all time, Tyreek.
Oh, Tyreek. Jesus. That's an inside joke from when he played for the Pelicans. Oh, dear God, Tyreek. Oh, God. He thinks he's Michael Jordan, and he's Michael Nobody.
That's
anyway,
nice.
It's true. It's true. Rolex. Doc, you go first, Rolex.
Man, JJ was awesome. Rick was awesome. Ivan was awesome.
Yes.
But just from a sheer volume shooting perspective, I'm going to give it to Corny because, Jesus, he was out there just hitting line after line after line for over an hour there. So I don't know how you don't give it to him.
Harper, you?
I give mine to JJ for that promo.
Fair enough. I mean, JJ cut a great one. I agree.
Yeah.
Now, I got to give it to Cornette too because he's out there scoreboarding. I mean, he's primetime Deion Sanders, like just running down the sideline, doing his damn,
high kick.
Strut. Yeah, he's got his high kick going.
Hand back on his neck.
Yeah, he's on his fourth pick six of the day, and he's just scoreboarding, and the other team's just like
he's high stepping from the 40 on into the end zone.
No, bro, he's high stepping from his own 5-yard line. That's how ridiculous it is at that point. I mean, Cornette, the first 20 minutes, Corny ripped 4 or 5 fat jokes in the first 20 minutes of an hour and 3 minute show. It's just like he's just scoreboard and he's just putting it on at that point. So, yeah, I got to go with Corny. But overall, good episode. Glad, and like I said, next week is going to be real good at the Dorton Arena on July 12th. Doc, you had something to say about what happened with us getting preempted by the Goodwill Games and the Braves on the July 5th episode and there being no Saturday night, didn't you?